Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be taking a look at this toilet. The customer fitted a new dual flush because the old one wasn't working correctly, but every time they flush now it leaks out the bottom, just here, and out the back of the toilet. I'm going to be taking it all apart and having a look. It's more than likely the black donut seal that sits between the cistern and the bowl. So stay tuned folks, and hopefully this video might help you out if you've got the same problem since you fitted a new dual flush. The first thing to do is to isolate the toilet from the water supply. I'm pretty lucky because this toilet has an isolation valve on it, and all I need to do is just turn that horizontal and that'll stop the water supply to the cistern. Once the water's off, just give the toilet a quick flush just to empty any of the excess water out and to make sure you've isolated the water. Yep, so the bowl's not filling up. So I'll just stick you down there. So all we need to do is take the lid off. You've probably been through this already when you fitted your new dual flush, but if you're new to this and you've just started to develop a leak around the bottom of your cistern, just follow these steps. So this lid just has a quick release button and it releases the flush from the button. Just stick that out of the way. And as you can see, the toilet will still have some residual water in it. And what we're going to do is uncouple the toilet and then just pour the rest of the water into the bath. So I'll just crack on with that right now. So the first thing you want to do is just release the water supply to the cistern, which is pretty easy to do. Just an adjustable wrench and just a couple of turns. And it's just a case of undoing it with your hands. They shouldn't be too tight, they don't have to be really tight, just nipped up. So once that's off, underneath this toilet, if I can get you to see, like I said, maybe some of you have already done this, but if you haven't, there's two nuts on either side of this toilet. All they need doing, those butterfly nuts, is just undoing one that side and one that side. So crack on with that. So the next thing to do after I've got these nuts off is to undo the cistern from the back of the wall. Now if you're unlucky, when you've had your bathroom fitted, or if the bathroom was fitted before you moved into the house, you'll get some bathroom fitters who will use no more nails and attach the cistern to the back of the wall, and that can be an absolute pain to get off. This one looks like it's been done properly, 2 screws, so that should come out. Usually if it's been no more nailed to the wall, you can say goodbye to your tiles because you'll rip them off. So now that cistern's loose, so if I just move you lot back in a second, I can just lift him off and then straight in, turn it upside down so it can drain out. Sometimes you get some residual water actually in the flush. As you can see here folks, the customer's actually put some silicone around it and it's not sealed very well. Don't know what kind of silicone or mastic that is, but I don't think it was ever going to seal against this rusty plate, especially actually on the bowl. That's the rubber bung, what I was talking about. It's like a big donut. I mean, that's literally it's a bit too small for that fitting. So we'll do away with that and we'll get rid of all this. What this is, guys, is a silicone sealant remover. This will just help me just get a bit of this silicone off. It's a bit of a mess, to be honest, and I want a nice tight fit. So just bang it on, and you just have to wait about 10 minutes for it to activate. But we might be lucky, might be able to start. It seems to be coming away pretty easy now, so I'll put it on, leave it a couple of seconds, and then start wiping it off. So guys, the next thing to do now you've cleaned everything up is to measure the siphon's hole. You know, the dual flush mechanism. It comes out the bottom of the cistern, just like this. And what you need to do is you need to measure from the inside to the other side on the inside, and it will give you whether it's 1.5 inches or 2 inches. This one's a 1.5 inch. So we need to get online, have a look at Screwfix or any other DIY place, or Amazon have got that part in stock, and order a backplate and a rubber seal. So I'll get that sorted and I'm going to pick one up. So I managed to pick the kit up, folks. This is like a universal fitting kit, but I made sure I measured it at Screwfix, and it's a 1.5 inch diameter. So we're quitting on that one. So I'll get this old one off and we'll stick this new one on. So guys, the next thing to do is get this nut off here. Just get yourself a pair of grips, put them round, hold your siphon and just give it a tug. That wasn't on very tight, to be honest, but just work it off. Comes off relatively easy. And look at the state of that backplate. That's not worthy of anything. That's probably where the leak is coming from, to be honest. We can actually see where the water's been travelling when it's on, been coming across, rusting the whole bracket. So absolutely trashed. So guys, now that old fitting's off, we've got the new backplate here and the new rubber washer. But before I put that new backplate on, I like to use what I call my little insurance policy, Plumber's Mate. Absolutely brilliant for sanitary fixings, gives you a nice waterproof seal. It's like window putty. It's very pliable, always flexible, never dries, just gives you a really good waterproof seal and gives you the confidence that when you've finished a toilet, well, for me especially a toilet job, I can walk away knowing that it's not going to leak anymore. So I'll get that prepped onto this bracket. I'll show you how to do that and we'll get it fitted. So guys, the trick to putting this Plumber's Mate on this bracket is very easy if you follow these steps. So I'll just twist you around to the cistern so you can see. Get yourself a ball of Plumber's Mate and just roll it into a piece of string and then just place it around the opening of the bracket. It is sticky stuff when it starts getting a bit warm. Just get a bit more. And bang that on there. And then I'll do the same for underneath when it's on the cistern. So that's my little insurance policy. Push that down there. And then we can get it on. So once it's all nice and tight, folks, if you roll yourself another ball of plumber's mate up, you can actually rub it over the excess and it will pick it up and just tidy up the work you've just completed. So guys, now this is all completed, tightened up, ready to go. Your rubber washer, the actual black donut that I called it earlier, that needs to go onto the bottom of the cistern, onto this plate with a flat face. If yours looks like this one, where it's a flat face and a rounded bottom, the flat face needs to go on that way, because this rounded bottom here goes into the cupped position on the actual toilet bowl, so it will give it a nice seal. So flat face, and then the round bit goes down onto your bowl. So we get that on. And what you want to do, folks, is make sure the rubber bum, the rubber washer, goes over that white, take it off again, that white plastic nut there, the actual washer goes over that. And we're ready to go. So the next step, folks, is to offer these bolts up to these holes here, which is pretty straight forward. In that side, in that side, and then we can start fitting the butterfly nuts to the bolts, which will pull the cistern down and create a seal. So now the cistern's sorted and tightened up to the bowl, all we need to do now is recouple the water back to the cistern, and that's pretty easy. Just turn the nut and then we just need to put the screws back in to the back of the cistern to secure it to the back of the wall. So crack on with that one. Now all that's left to do, folks, is turn the water on. And then the top on, and we're sorted. So guys, hopefully this video has helped you out if you just fitted a new flush and it's still leaking. Don't forget to pick yourself some plumber's mate up just for that bit of an insurance policy after a repair like this. You just make sure you won't get any more leaks. Other than that, I've got some mess to tidy up, so I'm going to grab some bags, sort that out. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, folks. Please give the video a big thumbs up, it means the world to me, honestly it does. And hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So have a good one, folks. See you soon.